Okay, so welcome everybody to today's presentation. Just a couple of housekeeping items. If you could keep yourselves on mute while the presentation is going on, but feel free to unmute yourself, ask any questions that you might have, or if you feel more comfortable wanting to use text chat, you could do that and I'll watch those questions. And then just a couple of items I wanted to just talk about quickly before we get started. I encourage you to check out our website, so pero.ca. We have a lot of things going on in the next few months. We have three biz camps that are open right now. So you want to start a business, Mukumkwe and Foodpreneur. So you want to start a business closes this Friday. And it starts next week. So check out those biz camps if there's ones that are of interest to you. And also I wanted to let you know about our 30th anniversary that's happening on December 4th. Save the date. So if if you are looking at joining us, there's going to be a lot more information coming out. We do have the save the date out there as well. And we're also looking for sponsorship too. So there's different packages and all that kind of stuff. So if you know somebody else that might be interested, just let us know. And without any further ado, I would like to introduce and welcome back our guest speaker, Sriya. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry.
Sriya.
Oh gosh, from We Marketing, we've had you, I guess it was probably in the spring and it was well received. And so we are welcoming you back and everybody wants to know about Instagram and stuff like that. So we really appreciate you coming back and joining us. So without any further ado, I will hand it over to you.
Awesome. I'll just share my screen. And this is a new computer, so I am probably gonna be a little bit figuring stuff out. Just give me one sec. Okay, can you all see my screen?
Yeah, we could see it.
Okay, perfect. So yeah,
Just,
today.
oh, good. I was just gonna say it wasn't in presentation mode just in case you wanted to, but we're good to go now. Sorry about that.
Okay, perfect. No worries. So, yeah, we're just gonna kind of learn about Instagram. So, this is kind of like starting from the beginning, introducing the platform and all of that. So, first, I'm just gonna introduce myself, and then I'd like to just get to know why you guys joined this webinar and like what level of like how much you know about Instagram and if you post and like if you're using it for your business or your personal branding and so on. And then I'll just get into like why you should be on Instagram and then a little bit of like how to like a little like profile, reels and all of that Instagram tour. And then we're going to learn how to optimize your profile and then the different types of content that you can post on Instagram. And then there will be like more, this is like more focus on reels because that is like the way to grow on Instagram. And then we'll talk a little bit about like posting schedule and then yeah. So I'm Sriya. Um, I don't know if you guys have been in the previous webinar, but I am a freelance marketer slash agency owner. So my agency right now is just like me. Before I used to have one other person, but I decided to go more into freelancing so that it would be like more flexible for me. So I do social media management, content creation, photography, and videography for brands all over Canada. And currently, I am a full-time tourism marketing manager, but I do hope to do my freelance thing full-time pretty soon. And I am basically passionate about everything content related, whether it be on Instagram or LinkedIn or TikTok. I just love to create content and create social media strategies for businesses. And I am partners with Narcity Canada, Narcity Toronto, Date Night Toronto, Date Night Calgary. If you guys don't know, they're just like pretty big platforms. Like Narcity Canada has almost 1 million followers. So basically, I am one of their content creators where I reach out to different businesses all over Canada and create content for them. And if you guys are from Ontario, you probably know Thunder Bay. I have partnered up with them and I am still creating content for them right now. And so, yeah, I just like to get to know a little bit about you guys and like what um, what made you join this course?
Yeah,
Okay,
feel
we can
free, you
start
could,
with
oh, sorry, yeah, you could unmute when, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, okay. We can start with Fatima. I see you first. If you don't want to, that's totally fine. So like if you guys just want to like raise your hand and start, that's fine too.
Or use the text chat, for sure, go ahead.
Yeah. Anyone wants to go? Okay, no worries at all. I can just continue with the presentation. I'm sorry, guys. This is not working for me today.
Well, as you're doing that, I'll just, Erin said that she has been on Instagram for 5 years, but looking for how to use it better.
Okay. Yeah,
And
for sure.
Fatima said she just is, she's sorry, she has some issues with her microphone.
Okay, no worries. Okay, perfect. So why Instagram? Well, Instagram is one of the most widely used apps, social media platforms. There is Facebook. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are aware of Facebook. It is quite similar and different than Facebook. And I'll tell you guys how a bit later, but there's just 2 billion monthly active users on Instagram, and they spend about 33 minutes per day. And that is a huge way to advertise for them. Like, because if you think about it, when you go on the road, you look at the billboard for like 2 seconds or 5 seconds maximum of, unless it's like, really good. But and brands spend like literally thousands and millions of dollars to put their advertisement on billboards. But on Instagram, they get like, people are on it like on average 33 minutes. So that's a lot of time. So yeah, and high engagement. So 90% of the users follow at least one business profile, and set 87% of them take action. So by that, I mean more of like clicking on the links or liking the content or commenting or engaging with the business in any way. And 60% of users discover new products. So I don't know about you guys, but if I ever want to like go to a cafe in like a new city or buy something new, I definitely look at the business's profile on Instagram. So it's always nice to have the profile just so people can think that it's legit. Because nowadays, I don't know about like people who are over 25, but like people who are under 25, they 100% look at to see like the business on Instagram before actually going there. So even if you don't post much, it's like good to have like a good profile on there. And then revenue and ad spending, some of the facts, 70% of shoppers use Instagram to look for their next purchase, and 87% of users take action after seeing a product on Instagram. So that's just basically people like me.
I'm sorry, I
And also,
didn't mean to interrupt. Your
yeah.
screen, we can see like we see the screen, but not the images on the screen or the writing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you don't see
Okay,
the,
now we see it like this. Why Instagram? But there
okay.
was like a sort of like a cover over it. We could see something in the background, but not fully.
Okay, can you see it now?
Yeah, now we could see it. I mean,
Okay,
it's
so
not
I
in
will,
presentation mode, just so you know, but we could
okay,
see it. That's okay.
okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just continue like this then.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, perfect. Now, Instagram tour. So this is actually my Instagram profile. So I'll just kind of give like a little bit of tour of if you guys don't know what is what. So this is your profile. So when you click on this tab right here where I'm pointing my mouse, that is your profile. But this is not my profile. This is a different um, Instagram page that I'm using to show my profile. So this one right here where it says Sriya.peruka, this is your username, and then Sriya travel and lifestyle, that would be your name. So it's always nice to have like, what you do on that thing. So we'll get more onto it in a bit. And this one right here where it says blogger, Narcity Canada partner, that whole thing is your bio to just kind of tell your audience what you are about, what you do, and all of that. And this right here, if you look more closely over here, it's like Alberta, Montreal hikes. That part right there is your story highlights. So when you post on stories, so stories on Instagram is very similar to the Facebook stories. It disappears within 24 hours. But if you do want it to show on your profile, like if you want people to know what services you offer and then you want it to be there. So that is like a great way to just have your stories permanently on your profile. And then this part right here where you see all of the about me here and then more of this here, that is your feed. So that's where all your reels, your posts and everything, they appear over there. And when you click on this tab over here, that is your Reels tab, so that only you can only see your Reels, and then yeah, basically pretty much just you see your Reels. And then now recently Instagram added this new feature of reposts. So if you click on this button right here, it's repost basically when someone else posts a reel, or I believe, I don't think it's for posts, I'm not sure, but I think it is actually, never mind. For posts and reels, if someone else posts that thing and then you want it to show on your profile, then you can repost it and then you can see it over here. And now we're gonna go over kind of like a quick mini case study. So this is to kind of show you guys how much like one video can like make thousands of dollars in profit for a business. So this is a reel that I created when I partnered up with this business in Toronto. It's called GTA Exotics. So it was like a pretty much simple collaboration request that I had where I just had to go there and then just kind of show the brand, like what they do, what they offer, and everything. So I'm gonna play the video. Can you guys see it?
Yeah, we can see the video.
Okay, so I'll play it now.
We don't hear anything,
Okay.
or it's sketchy. I hear like a kind of like, but you can't hear anything. You know what I mean?
Okay. Do you
You guys.
know do you know how I can
Oh,
do
I think you need to
oh,
share the video, like the sound off the video.
oh,
I'm just trying to. I'm just looking on the thing here. I remember doing it before. Kylie, do you happen to be there? Um, oh, maybe it was under audio. I think that's what it was, maybe. Uh, audio setting. Oh, I think if you go under audio, that little arrow there, click on it, and then it brings you to a screen.
do you know how to do it on MacBook?
Oh, no.
Yeah. Well, if it doesn't work, that's fine because there are subtitles in the video and I can share it later, but uh yeah. Well, that's fine. I'll just continue playing the video and then it's basically their subtitles. Is the video is just like a music, so it doesn't really matter. So, yeah.
దూరమా எவ்வளோ நேரம் போகும் அப்ப வெளியே வர செல்லதுக்கு சரி அப்ப வாங்க போடுங்க
Yeah. So basically, that reel got over 750,000 views and over 16,000 likes and over 42,000 shares and 9,700 saves. So I've seen a lot of people posting it on their stories and saying, "Oh, I'm definitely gonna try it this weekend." So this brand literally made over like thousands of dollars in profit from just one video. So this kind of just shows like, how much important like it is to be on social media and how much impact it can have. Because to make this video, it costed them like probably $2,000. But and honestly, this is like a bit of an expensive production, but then there are also like other case studies where the brand has like spent literally nothing, like $0, and then one video got viral and then they made like thousands of dollars off of it. So it's like reels are literally the way to grow on social media. A little bit about like optimizing your profile. Having a good profile is very important. And what I mean by optimizing your profile is basically having your username, your name, and then your bio and everything like search friendly, like search engine optimization for social media, so that like when people search for like a keyword, you are the first person that shows up. So we'll start off with mine. So it says I am Narcity Canada partner. So because Narcity Canada is like a pretty big company, having it like, on my profile lets business know that I am credible and that they can reach out to me if they want to collaborate. And then my platform is this is my personal platform, so that I mostly do travel and lifestyle kind of videos. And so my goal kind of is to explore Canada and beyond, and that's what I would be sharing on my Instagram. And then it just shows what my location is, and because I move around too much, I have currently in Toronto, but like if you are based off of one place, or if your business is based off of one place and you sell it only in that place, you can put like, just Toronto or wherever you're from. And then UGC and social media for brands. So that is kind of like my job, where I create social media content and management for brands. So I have that on. And then I always have this email on top on the bio here. You can have your email here, like in the following message and email where brands can see it. But at the same time, most brands, or a lot of people actually, for research purposes, or whenever like brands are trying to find like new content creators and so on, they mostly use their computers to do it, and on computers they don't get to see this button. So I always like to have it, so in case they want to contact me, they have it right there and they don't have to take extra steps to find it. And so let's look at a few more. This one is a photography and styling business. So they have like a nice username. So in usernames, unless your business has a number in it, it's best to avoid numbers. And it's actually best to not use any kind of like any punctuation marks either, like dashes or underscores or any kind of like even periods. But like this one, I don't know who took my name, but someone has my name, so I couldn't use Sriya Peruka for my username, so I had to put like a dot on it, but that is fine. So like yeah, this is like a really good username, Holly Booth Studio, and then there's Ginny Fears, and then this one probably you guys know this brand called Bloom, and then there's House Labs, and then Horton's Loves Jewelry. So just kind of your business name. That's pretty much it. And now this name right here where it says Holly Booth Studio or Business Coach, all of that, that is kind of the chance for you to, like, that is the main thing for search engine optimization on social media. So basically, if you are, let's say, a photographer, it would be nice to have photographer. So Ginny here, she's a business coach. So she put that business coach in there. So that, especially like if you are like a photographer or services that you offer, like a service-based business, then that'd be like the chance for you to show up on search results. And then the bio is like should be pretty simple. It just has to say who you are, what you offer, and then your call to action. So who you are. So here they are photographers and stylers. So photography and styling, helping indie businesses level up their brand and increase sales through creative. contemporary imagery. So basically, they're who they are, what you offer, and CTA. The same thing with Ginny, helping small businesses to be visible, make consistent sales through high impact marketing strategies. And mine is like a bit different, but because that is more of because I am more of like a content creator rather than like a business specifically for this one. And then for jewelry business, they have fine jewelry consciously designed and handmade in LA by Parisian designer Hortense. And then Bloom is also they're more of like preventing, treating, and fading acne. So they have what they are on their bio. And then the other thing is like link in bio. You can see that a lot of the almost like everyone has a link in their bio. So it's always like nice to have your website on it, or if you have like I don't know, like a landing page that you want people to sign up in, or if you have like a newsletter or any of that sort, or if you want to link your other social media platforms on it, it's always nice to have a link on there. So if you have like, if you want to have more than 2 links in your link in bio, it's always best to kind of have this external platforms like Linktree or Beacon. So there's like other platforms you can search up and you can put like a bunch of your links in that one link, and then you can put that in your profile. If you have any questions about that, like feel free to like ask me later on. Now, we will get into types of content. So we'll start off with reels. I'm going to show you like a few examples of like what reels are, and like, you know, these apparently these two are really good reels that brands have made. They're pretty old too, but they're still really good. So I'll play the first one now. So yeah, so this is like a really nice reel because like, you know, they're American Red Cross, so this is like a content pillar for them where it's like an important thing that people like keep searching up. So this is like if you want more about like what kind of content to create, we can like discuss it at the end of this session. But like reels are like pretty engaging. This is like super short. It literally like was like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and people can like visually see what to do. So people like love watching reels too, for tutorials and all of that stuff. And we'll look at this one from, uh, I believe it's a brand collaboration with National Park Service, probably in the US. So like it was so short, and it literally probably you'd be like, why would people actually watch that? But like yes, people do. They're like funny reels that are super short, something like super different and all of that stuff. And it was very well received by them. So yeah, like reels could be you could be doing tutorials, or you could be doing like something funny and to kind of get people's attention. And yeah, there's like more informational ones. And yeah, like there's just like if you like go scroll through Instagram, like, and you have like a notebook with you, like this is something that I like to do. So have like a notebook specifically dedicated to content ideas. So when you're scrolling, like probably, you know, spend like 30 minutes or an hour every day, and then look at all the reels, and then note down like what you like what are some of the things that you want to recreate, or some of the things that you want to like do exactly the same, or something that you might want to like make a little bit of changes and then make a new reel out of it. So I'm pretty sure with just like 30 minutes of scrolling, you can have like hundreds of ideas that like I do it all the time. Every time I feel like, oh, what am I supposed to post now? Okay, so the next kind of content is posts. So this is pretty simple. So it's just like taking a picture of something and then posting it. This is by Pepsi. So you just have like a picture, and then you write in your caption what you want it to tell your audience. And I feel like this kind of posts are not that popular anymore. This is like the thing that like Instagram like a few years ago before COVID, these were like the most popular things on Instagram. After Reels came, these are not as popular. But what you can still do is something that is been getting pretty good reach recently, especially for posts, is when you have text on the picture. So you can use platforms like Canva, and then you take a picture, and then you could be something like how to create a post on Instagram. Like if I want to create like a post, so I just have like how to create a post on Instagram on top of the picture, and then it would be like a carousel where you slide and then there's more information, like basically like presentation slides on Instagram. Now, next story. So, if you probably used Facebook, this is like very similar to it. This disappears with after 24 hours. And then we also talked about how you can put your stories in highlights if you want it to be permanently on your profile. So, this is by TripAdvisor. TripAdvisor is like a travel company. So, basically, this makes sense because, like, would you prefer like, if, like, would your vacation, would you prefer chill or thrill? This is like a good way to engage the audience that you already have, because most likely the people, like 98% of the people who are going to view your stories are your own followers. So this is like a good way to keep engaging your followers, and then kind of get a little bit personal if you'd like. I know like when people see personal stuff about businesses or other content creators, then like they would engage more. So now it's like this presentation is like very much like focused on reels, because reels are the way to grow. So like I just wanted to like say like why reels do matter, like as the example that I showed before, it's really reels, like just one reel gave the business like over 700,000 people watched it. And right now Instagram also has this feature where you can see what countries or what cities people watched it from, and all of them are from the GTA area. So the audience literally, the company literally reached 700,000 people that live in GTA who got to know about their business. So I think that is the greatest advertisement, because if you look at the other forms of advertising, it literally costs some brands like $1,000 to reach one customer. So the reels have high reach, especially like so I think like reels got like the highest reach, and then now I think carousel posts are also getting a little bit of a higher reach, but not as much as reels. But people are still kind of, not too sure, because sometimes it's working and sometimes it's not, but it's always like good to experiment on Instagram. And then again, the other thing is like, because like on Reels, there's also this new feature called trial Reels. So if you want to kind of test out what Reels are working for you and what Reels are not working for you, that is like the best like that best feature, because trial Reels is basically your audience, like your followers cannot see those Reels, and it will only be sent to people who don't follow you. So that Reel is only reaching people who don't follow you. So that means like new customers for you. So it's always like good to use these kinds of news features. Instagram's always testing out these features, and then there's like linking different reels. So there's plenty of things once you get a hang of how to use Instagram and posting and all of that stuff. And it also is like faster growth and visibility, because it is reaching people beyond your followers. So even if you have like 100 followers, there are chances that your video could get 1 million followers. But it requires like a lot of testing, because I personally have not gotten any videos that are like that hit like 1 million followers. But I know plenty of people like who lately like there's this one of my cousin, he posted like a random video when he went to a store, like pretty random, and that video got like 9.5 million views, and it's still growing. So, and he does not even have that many followers. He had like 600 followers, I believe. So it's like, anyone can grow on it. But if it's for businesses, like if your Instagram profile is specifically like a business, it does take a little bit longer to grow popular or bigger, because people like to look at content from people rather than business. So if there's a way that you can make your content on Instagram more as like you yourself, like a person, especially for small businesses, then you got like a higher chance of growing because, people want to see like, what are your struggles as a small business owner? What are you doing today? Like, how does a day in your day in your life looks like, and all of that kind of content. And if you want to be like more business specific, you want to show like how your product or service is going to help them. Like I know like a lot of businesses focus more on the feature of a product rather than how it's benefiting the customer. So like that's a good thing to think about like when you're making your business strategy and all of that stuff. So Reels cheapest um way of advertising because you literally need $0 to get started. If you have a phone and if you have your product and if you have like a bunch of ideas, you can literally get started right now. But again, if you are in a stage where you're making like good amount of sales, and then you have like good enough like profit to invest in marketing, like I definitely say hire a social media marketer or a marketing manager, just like even for like to create a strategy, because they really know like what works and what doesn't work in this platform. Because trust me, I know a lot of people, including me, who is always studying social media, who's always like the first to follow any kind of like any kind of new features or what's like studying brands and what brands are doing good and why it's working for them and all of that. So they know everything. Like they probably, with a little bit of research, they would be able to help you like a lot. So definitely get help once you are in that position, and even if it's just temporary, so you can learn from them and then kind of implement it in your business. Now, a little bit about how to make reels engaging. I made lots of them, and I personally, what worked for me and what worked for a lot of other people, and this might be different for you because it's different for everyone. For some people, like them making like a 5 second reel of something like with no like nothing, like no high quality, just like a random 3 5 second video works great. And for some people, they have to like they put in a lot of effort to make that video go viral, so it really depends. So you have to experiment and do all of that stuff. But what has worked for me and a lot of people is creating content that helps people. I know people say, well, hop on the trends, this dance is trending and all of that, but like I'd say don't listen to that. I'd say just focus on how your reel will help other people, whether it is about like how to use a product, how to get started on a product, or how, like what you like, things like why you must use that product and how it will help you. So those are the kind of things that to think about when you're making the reel. And you have to hook your viewers within the first 3 seconds. So yeah, if you haven't heard already, what's it called, the attention span of people are just like literally 3 seconds. So you have to hook your viewers within those 3 seconds. So if you search up online for like different hooks, there are like plenty, like you get like hundreds of them. Find the one that works best for you, that best suits your video, and then do it. It's like basically like a hook could be literally like, this is the thing that you must do this weekend in Toronto, or stuff like that. And then the other thing is definitely use trending audio. Trending, like trends is different, and trending audio is like a bit different because for trends it could literally be like a dance, but trending audio is something um it's trending for a reason. So be sure to use that so that you will actually show up in people's profiles. So even when you're creating posts, it's always good to have this to use a trending audio so that your post will be shown on the explore tab of the Instagram page. So, there are more chances of people seeing it than without the audio. And then hashtags, okay, this is kind of like a lot of people say hashtags are not really, don't really work anymore. But I still use hashtags, and before you can actually see how many people are viewing your post or reel from the hashtag, now you cannot. So if you don't want to use hashtags, if you want to listen to like like what lots of people say, what I see some people doing is literally putting a bracket and then writing all the keywords without using the hashtag. So what happens is that when someone on Instagram is searching, like let's say, um, what like let's say like what are the best places to see the CN Tower in Toronto. So if someone's searching that on Instagram and then my keywords have that word, some of the words, then my post is going to show up in the explore tab. So always like have the keywords, because like I know it can be like a little bit hard to write captions that have all the that include all the keywords, but if you feel like you need to show up, if you feel like that's like evergreen content, definitely have those keywords in brackets or hashtags in your post. Another thing is just make it short and clear. There are definitely videos that are over 1 minute long that still do good, but it takes a lot. It takes a lot of effort to make that video engaging. I always like to have something that is under 40 seconds, but definitely like stick to like 20 to 40 seconds. Don't go if it's like if you're adding voiceover and it's very informational, like maybe don't go under 20 seconds. So I feel like 20 to 40 seconds is pretty good for that. But if it's just like kind of like a meme video or like a funny video, then under 20 seconds is what works best. Now, this is something that I do all the time, having on-screen text. Because, we live in a world where different people have different accents and it takes time to understand too. And I don't like having the text, like, even if I understand what the other person is saying, like, I don't know if you guys do this, but like, even when I'm watching Netflix, I like to have subtitles. I don't know, it's just like it catches my attention. So it's like the same on Instagram too. Like always have on screen for silent viewers. But like, even like, a lot of people like to watch reels when they're sleeping, when like, like before bed. And I don't want to disturb anyone around me. So I don't like put like, have loud music. So having the text on screen really helps. And then be like, show your personality, be authentic. If you're like faking, people will know. And this happens to like food creators a lot, like food content creators. There are like so many memes on Instagram and TikTok. I was like, oh, they're just exaggerating. No, but like don't do that. Like, yes, you can exaggerate, but like still be authentic and just be yourself and show your personality, because people can tell and it affects your engagement and like, following and following and all of that kind of stuff. And always like end your video with a call to action. This is especially important, like, for businesses, because you don't want to have your reel fully focused on your business, like what you're offering and everything. You want to have like an informational reel. And at the end, you say, like, okay, for example, if you offer social media management services, your video could be like, something about like a new feature on Instagram, let's say. And then the call to action should be about your business, like, either it could be like, follow me or share this video or save this video, or it could be like, there's a link in my bio, go visit it if you want more help from me, or something of that sort. Or if it's a product and you want people to just like go to the link in bio and then say that, like, this is the product. If you want to buy it, like, go ahead, it's in the okay, actually I have an example. So if it's like, let's say pigmentation, you have like someone has like you're talking about pigmentation problem, what causes it and how to get rid of it. You don't want to focus the entire video on that like on your product. You want to focus it on the problem. And then at the end say that this product will help you with this problem, and it's in the link to it is in my bio, so go check it out. That way people will actually have a reason to go to your profile. And another question that everyone like asks all the time and thinks about all the time is when and how often to post. I feel like there's no like right or wrong answer to this. Definitely like post in different times, especially like, just don't care about other people. I know, like, sometimes when we get less views, we get kind of discouraged to continue, but don't, like, literally no one cares. Just post as many times as you can. Um, at different times. I'd say don't post like when like more than 2 times a day, because that's just too much. I'd say like post like maximum of 1 time a day, and like I'd say like do it like alternative days. I feel like that is the best. But if you want like really like, if you want to grow right away, then yes, 1 time a day is perfect. And when to post, that is totally up to you. Because if you have enough followers, you can see in your analytics what time your audience are most active. So it should be on your Instagram professional dashboard. Um, Definitely follow that, but also like, see, just kind of experiment and see what time your posts are reaching other people more and what reels you got the most and when you posted it and just kind of analyze it. I feel like analyzing is as important as posting and creating content because you have to learn from what you did. Because if you keep continuing to post like random things, you're never going to learn unless you actually see what's working for you. So definitely check the insights within Instagram and also on the Meta dashboard and see how everything is going. So, yeah, I know it says like start with like 3 to 4 posts, but like it's totally up to you. This is like I'd say like at least do that, especially when you're just starting out. But if you are more comfortable, do once every day or like once every other day, whatever works for you. But just make sure to like look at the analytics after, I'd say wait about 2 weeks because there was this one time that I posted a reel, and for about like 3 days, it was only like at the $1,000, wow, 1,000 views. But after like a week and week and a half, it got up to like 50,000 views, like just within like 2 days. I don't know what happened there, um, but it just happened. And that was just like a very simple video of like me and my dog. So it's nothing super specific or nothing related to my services. It's just like a random video, but definitely wait like at least 2 weeks before you look at the analytics. And something I've heard from someone is that they post every day and they do not look at their analytics. They do not do anything. They do reply to comments and like all of that stuff, but they don't look at how many views it got or how many likes it got or anything. And then after 2 weeks, they're going to see all the analytics of how many people they reached and what worked and what did not work. So just like kind of like sit down twice every month and kind of see, what's working for you, what isn't working for you, and then you learn plenty from that. And this is not really necessary, but if you prefer to have like a scheduling tool, like feel free. Meta Business Suite, it's a free platform you can use. And if not, even Instagram right now has the scheduling tool within that. So, like when you're going to post your reel or post or anything, there's like view more options. And then in that, you can see where, like, if you want to schedule it for a later date, you can. Because I understand sometimes it gets too much to be on your phone all the time and everything. I'd rather like especially if when I'm working with like other businesses, I'd rather sit on my computer and do all the work and schedule everything. And then, after 2 weeks, go back to it, learn from it, and then create more. So if you prefer to do that, definitely Meta Business Suite is free, and then you can also use the Instagram feature. But if you want like more analytics that come to you, there's like also like later Planoly, and then there's HubSpot if you want like a more detailed insights as well, then that's definitely great. And there's Hootsuite. There's so many platforms. Just research a bit and then find what works for you. But if you don't have the budget for it, literally just use the Instagram scheduling feature. Now, again, this is another main thing. Yes, like go and post like more times, like 3 to 4 or once every day. But at the same time, make sure to focus on the quality of the content rather than just quantity. Because like, yeah, like, if I've seen a lot of people like, they focus more on posting every day until I reach 10K or all of that kind of videos, but the quality is terrible. It's not engaging and the voiceover is not good, the sound is not good, and all of that stuff. Like, yes, it takes time to learn, but if you're repeating the same mistakes all the time, then there's just like there's no growth there. So you are not seeing the growth, the followers are not going to grow. So just focus on quality content, learn from your mistakes, learn what worked, and then kind of repeat or reiterate and all of that good stuff. So that's kind of
There
like what
was,
I
oh, sorry, there were a couple of things. Someone had a question. I don't know if I hope I didn't miss it. How long should the post description be and how many hashtags should you use?
post description can be, well, there isn't like, you have to only write within these words, but definitely don't write like, an entire essay on the post description part because like people are most likely not going to read it. I'd say like first have like a sentence on like what it is, like the hook statement, and after that you have like a little bit of like like the location details or um description of basically what your product or service or anything is and why people should try it, like maybe like 4 to 5 sentences on that, and then the call to action like 1 sentence, and then for hashtags don't use a maximum of 5. Like I think like 3 to 5 is like the like pretty good, because if you do more than 5, then it's kind of like, you kind of seem like a spammy person, spam business. So don't use that. And yeah, like 3 to 5 is like the way to go. But again, if you don't want to use hashtags and you want to use keywords instead, you can have as many as you want, but like, you can literally have 10, 20 of those keywords and it's totally fine. Hope I
And
answered it.
okay, and then I don't know if I'm saying your name right. Prabha had her hand up for a question.
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
thank you. Sriya, can we go back to the profile section? This is something very basic that still confuses me. But
Okay.
can you just go back to the profile page? Yeah. So let's say for yours, you have your
Mhm.
name and then you have blogger. So where blogger, is that under your bio? Or what am
Um,
I like, where do you put that word?
which one do you want to put on your profile?
So for instance, so I have a profile, it's Journey Toward Longevity. And then I have my
Mhm.
bio, but I want to have like where yours says blogger, I want mine to say, longevity enthusiast, right? But where would
So,
I put that?
do you have your creator account or a business account?
I have a business account and I'm in my edit profile. So under name, I have Journey Toward Longevity, and then under username, I also have Journey Toward Longevity. I don't have anything under my
Mhm.
pronouns, and then I have my bio.
Okay, so can you see my phone? But basically, go to
Not
your
really.
edit profile part.
Yeah, yeah,
And do you see like your profile picture and the name, username, pronouns, bio, links, all
yeah,
of that stuff?
yeah,
Okay, scroll down,
yeah.
and where it says profile information,
Where it says profile information.
I don't know if this
Um,
helps, but
I don't. So I see name, username, pronouns, bio, links, banner, gender, and then I have public business information.
um, okay. So you said you have business
Yeah,
profile?
yeah,
I believe mine is like a creative, but even if you have business profile, I'm not sure if you can do it, but like I have the creator profile, and in the creator profile basically there's profile information. Under that there's page category. So when you click on category, you can see like a bunch of different things, like if you're an
yeah,
artist or if you're like a clothing brand, community,
yeah,
all of that stuff. Do you see that?
yeah. I have that too. I can select a category.
Yeah, so you wanted like a product or service. Which one did you want, sorry?
So I want to be able to say longevity enthusiast. Where yours
Oh,
says blogger, I want to be able to say longevity enthusiast.
So you won't be able to do that. So this is only like there are suggested like I mean if you can search, like I'm pretty sure it won't. This is more of
So
like
what?
a service, like what you offer or
Oh,
what
okay.
you are or that kind of thing. Like,
So
like
what about
this.
I get. So what about Ginny? So under hers it says business coach slash Ginny. Where would she
So
have
I,
written that?
so this business code Ginny, though this is basically like a different probably before it was updated. So this is the same as Sriya travel and lifestyle.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
if you want to like, if you want like a keyword in your profile, like,
Yeah.
what service do you offer?
Well, it's right now it's just a blog. It's a blog about
Mhm.
longevity for women. Yeah.
So yeah, you can have like woman, like whatever main topic is, and then blogger, that kind of thing on
Okay.
your name
But
here.
that's under the username, or is that under the
So that
name?
would be your name.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I
if
know,
it's a
like,
business account, then you can't that one area is not offered, I guess. Like where you
so
have
this
blogger.
the community. Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
this Bloom is also a business, but I believe like they probably did the creator profile. I think you can, like, I think even for businesses you can choose like what business you are, but like, there's only like specific things like real estate, photography, community, blogger, that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Okay, any other questions?
Oh, yeah, that's everything. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, for sure. That is all I had for you guys today, and I do have my contact information up here. I'll share my screen again. And if you'd like the presentation, I can definitely send it to Lori, and then you can share it with everyone. I know it has like lots of information on it.
Sounds good. Yeah, for sure. If you would like a copy of it, just send me an email to Making a Difference at Paro, and I could get that out to you. So if there's no other questions, and nope, no other questions, I just want to say thank you so much for this. You're always very informative and give us some great insight on different things. So we really appreciate you coming back. Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, we'll look at something for winter.
Yeah, for sure.
So thanks everybody for joining us today. We really appreciate you being here. And remember, check out the website, paro.ca. A lot of great biz camps, and save the date, of course, December 4th for the 30th anniversary of Paro. So wishing everybody a great week, and we'll talk soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.